Hi friends, welcome to a new episode of Groundwater series. In this episode, we are dealing mainly with groundwater quality and various parameters regarding groundwater quality, and we also deals with the graphical representation of it. Water quality refers to the chemical, physical, biological and radiological characteristics of water. It is a measure of the condition of water relative to the requirements of one or more biotic species or to any human need or purpose. It is most frequently used by reference to a set of standards against which compliance generally achieved through treatment of water can be assessed. It is the ability of a water body to support all appropriate beneficial uses. It is just important as its quantity. Quality of groundwater depends on its purpose, that is, whether it is used for drinking, industrial purpose or any other variable purposes. Beneficial uses are the ways in which water is used by humans and wildlife. If water supports a beneficial use, water quality is good. If water does not support a beneficial use, water quality is poor. Good water quality means the water is pure and clean. Good water quality implies that harmful substances are absent and needed substances are present. To establish quality criteria, measures of chemical, physical, biological and radiological constituents must be specified, and standard method for reporting and comparing results of water analysis must be used. Dissolved gases in groundwater cause hazards if their presence goes unrecognized. Uniformity of groundwater temperature is necessary for water supply and also for industrial purpose. Water quality parameters. So, water quality parameters are divided into physical, chemical and biological. Examples of physical water quality parameters are temperature and turbidity. Examples of chemical water quality are heavy metals, pH, nitrate and phosphorus. Examples of biological water quality parameters are pathogens and indicator microorganisms. Next, physical parameters. It is necessary to assess the physical quality of groundwater. Some of the principal hydrological and environmental factors influencing the physical quality of groundwater are color, odor or taste, turbidity, temperature. So, we will discuss each item in detail. So, first one is color. The presence of organic matter and ions may impart color. So, the color of the water is mainly due to the presence of organic matter and ions present in it. It is reported in milligram per liter by comparison with standard solutions. So, next is odor. Presence of hydrogen sulfide imparts the smell of rotten eggs. Gases, some organic compounds and minerals also impart unpleasant taste and odor to the groundwater. Next physical parameter is turbidity. So, it is the measure of suspended and colloidal matter in the water such as clay, silt, organic matter and microscopic organisms. The water is charged with so many particles like clay, silt, organic matter and microscopic organisms. So, these actually impart turbidity to the water. So, the natural filtration produced by unconsolidated aquifers largely eliminates turbidity, but other types of aquifers can produce turbid water. So, you in some cases this turbidity is eliminated, but in some cases the aquifers can produce turbid groundwater. So, this is another parameter. Another parameter discussed here is temperature. Temperature is reported in degrees Celsius and measures immediately after collecting a sample. It depends on atmospheric temperature, terrestrial heat, exothermic and endothermic reactions in rocks, infiltration of surface water, insolation, thermal conductivity of rock, rate of movement of groundwater. So, the temperature depends on so many parameters like heat, pressure, etc. Conductivity of rocks, rate of movement of groundwater along the rocks. So, these all depends upon the temperature. Next comes the chemical parameters. In chemical analysis of groundwater, concentration of different ions are expressed by weight or by chemical equivalence. So, total dissolved solids be measured in terms of electrical conductance. Concentration of common ions found in groundwater are reported. Various chemical parameters discussed here are dissolved oxygen. So, it is an important parameter and reflects physical and biological processes prevailing in waters. Low oxygen kills aquatic animals. Oxygen saturated water have pleasant taste and water lacking oxygen have insipid taste. Higher oxygen concentration accelerates corrosion at high pressure temperature condition. And biochemical oxygen demand, BOD, it is the amount of oxygen utilized by microorganisms in stabilizing organic matter. Another oxygen property is chemical oxygen demand. It is the oxygen required by organic substance in water to oxidize them by a strong chemical oxidant. Second factor is pH. pH is the negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration in moles per liter. So, pH refers to the negative logarithm to the base 10 of hydrogen ion concentration in moles per liter. It ranges between 0 to 40. So, neutral water pH is 7, which indicates equal number of hydrogen and hydroxyl ions. Alkaline water has pH greater than 7, which indicates dominance of hydroxyl ions. pH less than 7 indicates dominance of hydrogen ions. Water with very high pH, that is greater than 8.5, are associated with sodium carbonate or bicarbonates. Low pH of 4 indicate mineral acids or organic acids. EH, that is redox oxidation potential. It serves as a measure of relative state of oxidation or reduction in an aqueous system and is expressed in volts or millivolts. Another factor is hardness. So, it is defined as the amount of dissolved calcium and magnesium in the water expressed as milligram per liter or parts per million as CaCO3. So, calcium carbonate. It is expressed as total concentration of calcium and magnesium as parts per million of calcium carbonate. Here there is a table about hardness regarding the water quality and parts per million of calcium carbonate. So, in the left water quality, the right table indicates the parts per million of calcium carbonate. If water quality is very good, calcium carbonate content is less than 80. If it is good water quality, it ranges between 80 to 120. If it is fair water quality, it ranges between 120 and 180. If it is poor water quality, it is greater than 180. So, this is a just table for the hardness in respect to the water quality. Term soft and hard water refer to the process of formation of lather when washing hands or clothes with soap. Soft water lathers easily hands clean. Lime is used to precipitate this type of calcium and magnesium carbonate hardness. Hard water lathers with difficulty, leaving hands with scum. Soda ash is used to precipitate non-carbonate in this condition. Next factor is the nitrates. It represents highest form of nitrogen present in the water. Groundwater have nitrates due to leaching of nitrate with percolating water. High amount indicate pollution. Nitrate greater than 45 ppm creates blue baby disease in children. It increases nuisance algae and triggers eutrophication. Another factor is the phosphorus. So, major source is domestic sewage, detergents, agricultural effluents. High concentration indicates pollution. Presence of phosphorus increase growth of nuisance algae and eutrophication. Another thing is silica. As concentration of silica increases, formation of silicic scales of low thermal conductivity and similar heavy deposit of blades and nozzles of turbine is caused. Another factor is detergents. So, they are cleaning materials which are based on a non-soap surface active agents. They may be anionic, cationic or non-ionic in nature. Cations are harmful ones. Another thing is pesticides, most dangerous environmental contaminants. It is the very dangerous environmental contaminant. They reach ecosystem mainly through agricultural runoff. Next is the biological parameters. This include virus, bacteria, protozoa and helminthes. Biological analysis consists of tests to detect the presence of coliform organisms which indicate the sanitary quality of water for human consumption. Coliform test results are reported as the most probable number of coliform organisms in a given volume of water by analysis of a number of separate portion of water sample. MPN is computed from the tables. Next parameter is radioactive parameters. It is a physical type of environmental pollution caused by increase in natural radiation by man, including radioactive materials. So, radioactive pollutants enter into aquatic environment through nuclear weapons, nuclear power plant and reactors, mining and processing of radioactive ores, use of radioactive isotopes in medicine, industry, agriculture, etc. So, these are the various type of radioactive parameters. Next is the graphical representation of groundwater quality data. Geochemical study often involve synthesis and interpretation of a mass of analytical data. The objective interpretation aid in the classification of waters of different geochemical characteristics for utilitarian purpose, solving problems of saline water intrusion or ascertaining various factors on which the chemical characteristics of water depends. Analytical data are represented by diagrams. Water quality ratios. Many earlier published scientific communications considered the status of quality of water based on different premises such as Kelly's index, soluble sodium percentages or SSP, sodium absorption ratio, that is SAR, Stips diagram, Piper's trilinear diagram. So, these are the various water quality ratios representation in graphic. First one is Kelly's index. It is an index mainly based on sodium, calcium and magnesium, and it is represented by Na by Ca plus Mg in EPM. EPM refers to equivalence per million concentration. For water good for irrigation, the Kelly's index is less than or equal to 1. Next is soluble sodium percentage or SSP, that is mainly according to Magistad and Christensen. Here percentage EPM of sodium is calculated, and if the percentage EPM of sodium is less than 60, the water quality is good. If it is between 60 to 75, it is injurious. If it is greater than 75, it is unsatisfactory. Next is sodium absorption ratio or SAR. So, here adjusted SAR is obtained by Na by square root of Ca plus Mg by 2. So, it is a formula to calculate adjusted SAR, that is Na by square root of Ca plus Mg by 2, where Na, Ca and Mg refers to concentration of these ions in irrigation water, and based on this calculation adjusted SAR is obtained, and if the value is less than 6, no problem for irrigation use. If it is between 6 to 9, increasing problems for irrigation purpose. If it is greater than 9, it causes severe problems for the irrigation purpose. So, this is the analysis mainly based on sodium absorption ratio or SAR. Another graphical representation is by Stiff's diagram. So, in this diagram the EPM values of cations and anions are represented along horizontal axis at regular intervals. All the plotted points when connected together produce a pattern which shapes characteristics of the composition of water represented. The concentration of cations are plotted to the left of a vertical zero axis and anions to the right of this axis. Resulting points when connected form an irregular polygonal pattern. Waters of a similar quality define a distinctive shape. So, here this is the graphical representation of Stiff diagram. Polygons represents the water of similar quality. So, here anions on the right side, cations are another side, and this is the graphical representation of water quality based on Stiff's graphical representation. Next is trilinear diagram by Piper. So, here also cations expressed as percentage of total cations in milli equivalents per liter plot as a single point on a left triangle. Similarly, anions are plotted on the right triangle. These 2 points are projected onto a central diamond shaped area parallel to the upper edges of the central area. This single point is thus uniquely related to the total ionic distribution. A circle is drawn at this point with its area proportional to the total dissolved solids. Trilinear diagrams reveals similarities and differences among groundwater sample. Simple mixture of 2 sources water can be identified by using this diagram. So, this is the graphical representation. Cations are plotted in the left triangle, anions are plotted on the right triangle, and the extension of these 2 triangles refers to the diamond shaped figure seen at the center of the 2 triangles. Trilinear diagram is a graphical representation of chemistry of a water sample. So, in this diagram cations and anions are shown by separate ternary plots. Abscisses of cation plot are Ca, Mg and Na plus K cation. Abscisses of anion plot are sulphate, chloride and carbonate and hydrogen carbonate anions. So, here in this diagram cations are plotted in one triangle, anions in another triangle. So, the 2 ternary plots are then projected onto a diamond. So, from these 2 ternary plots they are again projected onto a diamond shaped. So, diamond is a matrix transformation of a graph of anions and cations. So, actually this diamond is a matrix transformation of graph of anions and cations. Anions and cations are metrically transformed into the diamond shaped symbol. So, this is the picture cations, anions and the projection diamond shape. So, here you can find out the mixing, intrusion, fresh water. So, cation side, this is the fresh water, in the middle of the diamond shape it suggests mixing. So, and the next upper portion it refers to the intrusion. So, that means saline intrusion, water is intruded with saline water. And this is the projection of the diamond. So, it is again classified, or it is again divided into 9 portions. The first one, alkaline earth exceed alkalis. Second plot, alkalis exceed alkaline earth. Third, weak acids exceed strong acids. Fourth, strong acids exceed weak acids. Fifth, carbonate hardness exceeds 50%. Sixth, non-carbonate hardness exceeds 50%. Seventh, non-carbonate alkalis exceeds 50%. Eighth, carbonate alkali exceeds 50%. No one cation or anion pair exceeds 50%. So, this is the subdivisions of the diamond shaped symbol. Now, let us look back to the main points discussed in this episode. Water quality, it is the quality refers to the chemical, physical, biological and radiological characteristics of water. It is the ability of the water body to support all appropriate beneficial uses. So, water quality, just like quantity, it is also an important factor, and there are so many water quality parameters. The water quality parameters discussed here are physical, chemical, biological and radiological parameters. So, in the physical parameters, the main points discussed here is color, odor, turbidity, temperature. Regarding chemical parameters, the main points are dissolved oxygen. So, in the dissolved oxygen, BOD and COD both are included. Then comes the pH, hardness, nitrates, phosphorus, silica, detergents, pesticides, etc. Then comes the biological parameters. It includes virus, bacteria, protozoa and helminthes, and also the coliform test and all. Next comes the radioactive parameters. So, radioactive pollutants enter into the environment mainly through nuclear weapon, power plants, reactors, mining and processing of radioactive ores, use of radioactive isotopes in medicine, industry, agriculture, etc. Then comes to the graphical representation of groundwater quality data. So, the groundwater quality is tested, and this tested result is represented in graphical form to determine the quality of groundwater. So, the water quality ratios are discussed here. First water quality ratio discussed here is the Kelly's index, then soluble sodium percentage or SSP, sodium absorption ratio, that is SAR, Stiff's diagram, and last one is the Piper's trilinear diagram. So, these all represent the graphical representation of water quality ratios. So, in Kelly's index, it is mainly based on sodium, calcium and magnesium content. So, it is a water quality ratio mainly calculated by Na by Ca plus Mg, and based on the result, if the index is less than or equal to 1, the water is good for irrigation purpose. Then based on the soluble sodium percentage, that is SSP, according to Magistad and Christensen, based on sodium percentage EPM, the water is categorized into good, injurious and unsatisfactory based on the EPM concentration of sodium. If it is less than 60, it is good, between 60 and 75, it is injurious, if it is greater than 75, it is unsatisfactory. Then comes the sodium absorption ratio or SAR. So, adjusted SAR is calculated by the formula Na by square root of Ca plus Mg by 2. Here Na, Ca and Mg are the concentration of these ions in the water. if the ratio of adjusters are less than 6, no problem for the irrigation use. If it is between 6 to 9, increasing problem found in the irrigation purpose. If it is greater than 9, severe problems are encountered in the irrigation purpose. Then comes the Stiff's diagram. It is also a diagram. The EPM values of cations and anions are represented along horizontal axis at regular intervals. So, by the Stiff diagram, EPM concentration are plotted, and this is the graphical representation of Stiff diagram. Then comes the trilinear diagram by Piper. So, it is also a water quality diagram represented in the form of trilinear diagram developed by Piper. So, here 2 points are projected into central diamond. So, it is anions in another triangle, cations in another triangle. Here in this diagram, cations are plotted in one triangle, anions in another triangle, and these cations and anions are projected into a central diamond shaped symbol. So, this gives the graphical representation of groundwater quality by trilinear diagram plots by Piper. With this, we come to the end of the session. I hope everything discussed in this session is clear to you. The next episode we will discuss about groundwater exploration. Till then, bye.